Well, hello, hello. Hello, family. Hello, Facebook family. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys doing good. Your week is going good. Mm. Well, hello, hello. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. Today I'm back again talking about the fourth attribute of holism, the presence of energy. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about today. Uh, Pretty soon we will finish this, and yeah, this week by the grace of God. So yeah, so today, to be holistic, one should perform one's mission, live in peace with oneself and God, and have a good health. So we've talked about mission, we've talked about living with peace with yourself and God, and also health. And today I'm talking about energy. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the fourth important attribute that determine how holistic and full-fledged or as a personality is. Okay, so a person can be healthy physically but have no desire to do anything or to strive for anything or achieve a success. Okay, you can be healthy, but you don't want to do anything. There are a lot of people, a lot of energetic youths today. They have all the energy, but they don't want to do nothing. They waste their energy on non-profitable things, right? So this is what they do. So the absence of a stimulant for life shows that a person lack life energy. So when there is no anything stimulating you, basically, it's to show you that your lack of life energy. Something has to stimulate you. Something has to make your heart beat. Something has to make your heart racing. Like your everything has you some kind of stimulation. But if you're not having any stimulation, you're dead to the world, basically, literally. Okay. So energy makes you get up when you fall. If you don't have energy, can never get up when you fall. But when you have energy, you lift yourself up. And also it will make you start doing things when you feel exhausted, when you have energy, right? But if you lack the energy, you won't able to do nothing. You're like dead. Like people, I hate to use this example, but I have to use it. Like a lot of people that life have gone out of them, they're in their dead, they are about to die. They have no energy. They want to get up, they want to hug, they want to do things, but not because everything has left them, right? So a person without life energy has nothing to push them, nothing to encourage them, or to stand up to, or to act to, because they are empty inside and there is no life or energy in them at all. Okay, so some people get up in a bad mood every day. How many people they get up in a bad mood before they leave for work? They have managed to spoil everybody else's mood. When they get to work, before they even start work, they have spoiled everybody's mood. Maybe you might go to work in a good mood, and there's just somebody that got up wrong side of the bed. He comes and he infected you with that negative energy. All of a sudden, all that joy that you had was gone like that. We have those people. So there are the pessimistic attitude. Okay, They leave themselves and their surrounding without energy. We have those people because they have no energy at all. Instead of trying to get energy from the people that have energy, they try to suck your energy out of you and leave you dry. Okay? So another category of people are the happy, optimistic people. They're optimistic. Well, I have to be hopeful for something. They have this positive energy that changes up everyone else. That is the kind of energy we're supposed to have. Energy that when you go somewhere, you are able to attract even those negative energy. You're able to attract them. You become positive, right? So the optimistic people, their positive energy charge up everyone else. That is how we're supposed to be. When somebody is down, you're supposed to charge them up, not suck their life out of them, but charge them up. Okay? Uh, that is what we need to do to our colleagues at work. If you see them down, you boost them up. If you see somebody in the streets that are down, lift them up. This is what we're supposed to do. Just imagine if we started creating that kind of movement. That okay, you see somebody, your sister or your brother down, you boost them up, you raise them up, and you do all of that. Everybody start doing, even at work. Anybody is a bad energy, you try to get the positive energy going. Hey, that's one of the things that I think most of my uh, 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 co-workers missed about me. I'm always full of energy. In the morning, it's like, where did he get all this energy? Hey, you create the atmosphere. When I go, start firing everybody. I get to work with my music for the day on, boosting my energy up, get to work in a good mood. And there's sometimes people wants to bust that energy out of you. Say, wow, why are you all so happy about? Why not? I got up this morning, I'm healthy, and what else? I was able to eat, I'm able to walk, I'm able to breathe. What not to be happy about? But people won't find something to be happy about. They'll find something to complain about, nag about, and complain about all the time. So there are people who um the morning becomes, they don't want to leave. They don't even want money to come. It's like, money is here again. Why do I have why do I have to wake up? But there are a lot of people wants to wake up, they cannot wake up. But you have the privilege to wake up, and here you are complaining and nagging about you being up, you being healthy, you're able to walk. Like yesterday, I talked about Nick Vo. I can't say his last name. I don't want to spoil it. But this guy has no limp at all, but he's the most happiest person on earth. Even though he does not have any limbs. He taught himself so many things. Like, let's look at that guy's life. If you look at him, there is no positivity or anything, but he make things look positive. He take things for better. He's happy. He's married. He have kids. He go around the world. He creates something. Even though you might look at him, it's like, oh, what can you do? There is a lot of things that he can do. That a lot of people that have two legs and hand and eyes and everything function well with them, they won't even compare to the things that he's actually doing. So let's talk about a little bit. You may have your children, you may have your wife, your husband, enough money for everything, but they cannot live without antidepressants. A lot of people, they have children, wife, husband, vice versa. They have a lot of money in the bank account, but guess what? They are on antidepressants. Yeah, because they cannot find happiness. It's something that's supposed to come natural, but we make it very difficult, very hard. So some people cannot wake up in the morning or be happy if they don't take antidepressant. Mhm. There are people like that. They have to take your med in order for them to be happy, which is really, really sad, but that is it. So there are a lot of problems, there are difficulties, there are challenges, there's obstacle that can also make a person lose hurt and energy. There are a lot of things. The main cause for lack of energy is going too far from the source. That's what happens. When you go too far from the source, your energy starts decreasing. So whenever you start moving away from God, because that is your source of life, God is the source of your life. He's the source of your energy, everything. So everything, you have to connect to your creator. As soon as you start disconnecting yourself to the creator, guess what? Energy starts sucking out of you. But when you start connecting yourself with your source, which is God, that gives you energy every day. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for what? Or put up a song, a gospel song, and listen to the word, or read a Bible, and all of a sudden there is a rush of energy that comes right into you because it's your source. You start disconnecting yourself with God, everything starts falling apart. You cannot do that. It will start falling apart. But when you reconnect yourself with them, you see all of a sudden everything starts coming back to life. So don't, even though you're going through trials, even though you're going through tribulation, you might not be the perfect person. Like for me, I'm not perfect at all. I make mistakes, I make wrongs, I keep making them every day. But thank God for grace, that God gave me grace every day. Okay. So and that shouldn't disconnect you from God. You have to connect yourself, even though you make mistakes, even though you do things, but still start connecting, because that is how you gonna start helping yourself to make sense. Okay, that's how God is gonna help you, starting to take things out of you that's not supposed to be there, starts making your brain wired in the way it's supposed to wire, because you are in the presence of God. But when you disconnect yourself, a lot of crazy things happen. So a person has a spirit, a person has a soul and a body. So if your spirit is unattached to the spirit of the Lord, then that person will always feel burnt out. It's true. Like I'm gonna give another example. Like my mentor, Sunday Adelaja, that guy is always have so much energy. He can do so much. Like I don't even know if he sleeps or whatever. You know why? The reason why he can do so much that a lot of people are struggling to do, like most of us are struggling to do, is because he's connected to his source. So whenever he runs out of battery, whenever he drain out, he just plug himself into God. All of a sudden there's a rush of energy through him. That is what they like. Even when a battery, for example, your computer, the computer I'm using right now, he only goes he just powered up for so many hours, maybe 8 hours, 10 hours. Once that 10 hours is gone, the battery drains out of it. You have to plug it again. So that is the example, like for us. So we need to plug ourselves every single day in the presence of God, so that we are renewed, renew our mind, renew our strength, renew everything. So depression is, it's kind of destructive, right? And it brings problems not only for a person, but for for your country, or for your community, or wherever you find yourself. So we are created by God. You need to know that you're created by God, so that the only way for you to have full value life is to be in close relationship with God. So Apostle John said this. Is a man relationship with God is like that, between the vine and the branches. The vine and the branches. Just picture that, for vine and branches. It's like connection. You need that connection. So if the branches is on the vine, it has something it needs to flourish. But if it is not, it dries up, and it burns, it break out. And the only thing that is suitable for it is to become fuel for fire. Okay. Hello, welcome, Sister Mary. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. So it, like, just connect. When you disconnect yourself with your maker, when you disconnect yourself, then it will make you burnt out. You're always drained out. You're always tired. You're always this, because you're disconnected yourself. But once you're plugged in with your soul, your spirit man, with God's spirit, and guess what? It renews you. It renews you. As soon as you're tired, you plug yourself. Who a rushing of things. Okay, so in other words, we want to say that communication with God is a human need. You need it. You need communication with God every single day. So this is where people can take energy for life and work. Okay? So this law confirms that the fact that if we get too far from the source, we destroy ourselves. When you get too far from the source, you destroy yourself. Okay? A true human is not an outer human, but a soul uh, um, communicating to the divine spirit. Okay, so the reason for the lack of energy is also a failure to understand its natures. Okay, so many well-known creative people do not want for their inspiration to come down on them, but they get down to work instead of the power of inspiration comes to them doing their work. Okay, so people can become creative, okay, by certain stimuli. Something has to stimulate them of the right atmosphere of the brain. So when your brain, the right atmosphere of your brain is stimulated, guess what, things start happening. The right hemisphere is responsible for creativity, right? Creative thinking, while the left deal with logic. It's just logic. So whatever brain is stimulated. Some people are uh, um, right hemisphere. Some of them are left. Some people think logically. Some people think creative thinking. So wherever you find yourself. So it is time for us to answer this question, time for you to answer this question. Can you be happy with having holy energy and not grumbling about the absence of any other activity and start working? Can you do that? How grateful are you to God for just being able to get up in the morning and working on your business? How grateful are you? You know, there are people who cannot do either of that, right? But determine for yourself whether you have life energy, or whether it's pushed you into moving forward work, or helping others, or are you like the floating junk going with the current work, wishing anything without striving for anything. So yeah, can you be happy having only energy? Can you be happy having only energy? So I want you to grade yourself on the scale, 5 point scale. See how much this attribute is manifested in your life. Then think, what minimum grade would you be enough to feel happy right now with being energy being present? How will you grade yourself? What's the level of your energy? Is it one? Is it two? Is it three? Is it four or five? What is your energy level? What it is? And can you live without energy? Can you be happy having no energy in your life? So yeah, um so these questions will help you to understand how much uh, uh, creation, holistic personality, or of the presence of energy can be found in your life once you create yourself. So today it's going to look like it's going to be a short one. Okay, question for you. Now it's time for question and assignment. How often do you feel empathy? How often do you feel empathy about people? How often? Is it sometimes? Very seldom? Often? What is it? And number two, do people often tell you that you can motivate and inspire them? Do people ever say, you motivate me, you inspire me? Do people say that about you? Is it never, never? or sometimes, or all the time, do people said you inspire me, you motivate me, or like how many people tell you that every day, or sometimes how many people say that to you? Number three, are you the person that get disappointed very often and lose the desire to do anything at all? Are you that kind of person, you are always disappointed very often and you lose desire to do anything at all? Are you the kind of person, does that happen to you? So yeah, sometimes, or no, not at all. Like what happened to you? Are you the kind of person that thinks that you need the gospel? Do you read the gospel? Do you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? Do you love the Bible? Are you the kind of person? The other question is, do you find time to pray? Do you find time to pray with your all your long day? Do you find time to pray or have some kind of connection with your creator? Do you find time? So, are you the kind of person that restore and renew your strength quickly? How do you restore and renew your strength quickly? Are you, or do you? Okay. Other question for you. So, in order for you to perform work or obligation, do you need some kind of inspiration? Do you need some kind of inspiration? Yes or no? Or do you just do the work? You don't need anybody to inspire you. You don't need anybody to give you a long speech. You don't need a boasting music in the morning or whatever. You don't need it. You just know that you have to do your work. You do the work, you get over it. Okay. So another question for you. Today is a lot of questions. Um, another question for you. So after writing your plans, sometimes do you wait to feel when it is right time to put them into practice? After you write it, okay, this is my plan, this is my goal, this is what I want to do. Do you feel like the right time? Do you have to wait for the right time, or do you have to hear a word, or do your pastor have to give you a word, say go ahead before you go ahead? If your pastor said no, even though you directly have that instruction from God, because your pastor said I did not hear from God about this, so you cannot do it, and so you're going to put it away and said I'm not going to do it because God didn't speak to my pastor. But God does not need to speak to your pastor. God already spoke to you, so you need to obey God's word and do it instead of waiting for your pastor to have some kind of confirmation or something like that. Your heart, if your heart is at peace about something, and your heart tells you, your gut tells you that, hey, you need to do it, and you feel the urge, and it's part of your mission and your purpose here on earth, I don't think you need so much confirmation about it. You just need to go ahead and you do it. And God will be behind you, backing you full freight, as long as He's the one that order you to do it, and He's something that's gonna please Him. He's gonna be with you all the way to do that. Okay. So another question. So are you the person that don't wait for inspiration? You plan to work with. You don't wait for inspiration, you plan to work with. Yes. No. Uh So the last question, have you enough life energy to be happy and content? Do you have enough life energy to be happy and content? Do you have it? Yes or no? And finally, finally, the last part of it is assignment. Assignment for you that you can do. Okay? It's going to help you. It's going to help you to know, do you enjoy your life? Okay. Number one question is, you need to analyze why you have no life energy, or why is it disappear quickly? You don't have life energy? Why does it disappear quickly within the context of of what I've been talking about. Why? So that is the number one. Number two question is what takes away your life energy? What takes away your energy? Is it unnecessary activities, wrong relationship, etc.? Think about how you could eliminate and reduce those factors. Just think about it. What takes away your energy? It can be unnecessary activity, or it can be being in the wrong relationship. And now, once you've identified what takes out your energy, now you have to eliminate them, get rid of them, so that you can gain back your energy. So the final question is, so you need to review your schedule, uh, including your spiritual growth as important source of your life energy. You need to include spiritual growth as the most important source of your life energy, because it is important that you have spiritual growth. When you have spiritual growth, the more you have energy in you, the more things start happening within you. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and tomorrow is another day. We will do the fifth attribute of holistic personality, or holism, you might call it. So we'll do the fifth one. We had uh, seven. Yes, there were seven of them. So we're gonna go through all seven of them. So today we did the fourth. Tomorrow we'll do the fifth, and then we have two more, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. So thank you guys so much for being here and participating. And please don't forget to share this video and help somebody today with whatever they're going through. This might be the answer to their problem. This might solve their problem that they're going through. So be that answer to somebody by sharing this. And also, you can also click on my the bell, so whenever I come online, it will send you a message that I was online. And if you miss it, you can re-watch it again. And also, please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Subscribe on my YouTube channel, and you will also have notification when I'm on. Okay, so thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow right here on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. Peace for now, and God bless, and peace.